back at it again. Had our little kind of mini pre-talk, just talking about some cover stuff, really. All right, before we get into our stuff today, we're finally getting. First off, I guess it makes sense that we can finally get into a somewhat of a regular schedule because it's a little after 4 now. It's on a Tuesday. If we could try to keep doing it like this at the same time, during season it gets a little bit harder. Now, we have a lot more that we talk about and we discuss and we go over and we do, but we just don't always have the time to get together to record it. So anyway, enjoy this time of year. Obviously, it's our postseason, things like that. But
it's bittersweet.
Yeah, a couple things before we get into the this. We're gonna cover Big Ten. Pre-seeds have come out, and pre-seeds are just that. They're the pre-seeds. The official seeds, they said, won't come out until Friday, and I think that's for reasons being like if there's some like unforeseen scratch or something changes between Saturday morning weigh-ins and whatnot, and that's the official lineup that they're sending in. But these are the pre-seeds. They look pretty good. I was going to say, get into two things. Saw you went to Five Guys today.
Yesterday. Last night.
Was that last night?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw the post today because I was looking at it a little bit earlier again because I was a student teacher. But is Five Guys all that great?
Yes.
Like, really?
Yes.
Like, I've been there once, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, Grant, we all got fries, and I was like, oh, like, this is Five Guys. Oh, this is where they tell me I just get, like, one order of fries and, like, fills a bag or something like that. But
just about. Like,
yeah, like, get a large order of fries and, like, overfills
that's what we
bag.
did. We got a large order of fries, and they actually gave us less than they usually do for a large. Like, that was her first time going, but, like, I've had a large there from there before.
And, like, fills up, like, the bag or something
just
like
about,
that.
yeah. This time they gave us less, but it was still more than enough for 2 people. Like,
yeah,
we couldn't finish all
I mean,
of it.
and that's what I've heard about, like, Five Guys, and we went, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But maybe it's just been so long, or maybe I don't know. I'm just like, is it all that? You're like yes. I'm like, no. I'm gonna agree with Tyler.
It's amazing. And then you put the malt vinegar on the fries. Oh, it's amazing.
Okay, it's.
I wouldn't say it's as good as Ike's though. Ike's is pretty.
You see, I like Ike's. So Ike's and Rush's. I'm like, those are legit. Like
Rush's is good.
Okay,
Rush's is good.
That's where you go. But Five Guys, I'm like, oh, it's just a chain. Like, a lot of people rant and rave about it, but I'm like, I'm not a Five Guys guy, even though I've only been once. So maybe that one time I went, it was just like,
maybe it might have been bad. I mean, if you go to, I recommend going to it again, just because. I mean, it's good. The burgers are good. They're really greasy, which is amazing.
Sugar and Spice got a pretty good burger.
That they do. They do. I won't deny that, but I still think Ike's is probably better than both. The Beacon has a decent one.
Vegan is just so greasy.
Yeah, it is. It gives you a heart attack.
Like, I started looking at getting other things other than their burgers, and then like they're like in plenty. Like, I like Sugar and Spices a plenty better because their onion rings are crispier.
Yes.
What
I usually
the Beacon, you just got to go all fries if you're gonna go. Like,
I mean, I'll do the plenty. I like their onion rings. They're not as good as Sugar and Spices, but the thing about the Beacon is I would usually get the plenty, knowing like I'm not going to devour all of that because I don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I'll usually take some of it home, just put them back in the oven and get them kind of re-crispy.
Okay.
And then add that second meal.
I guess you can make them even crispier by putting them in the oven or.
Yeah, because if you put them in a microwave, they get soggy.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but
if you put them in there, it kind of
help dry them out a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't have to add any oil. They got enough grease in them.
Oh my God.
All right, so I just saw that and I was like, is Five Guys really all that? People seem to really think it is.
It is.
Let us know what you think. Are you Five Guys, yay or nay? So far, Tyler's a yay. Until I try it again and they're convinced otherwise, I'm a nay. What did Nina think? I mean, she
liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it being greasy, I had to warn her. I was like, hey, don't get the regular side. Like, get the little. Because the little's like 1 patty, and like the regular's gonna be like 2, and it's gonna be bigger than you think. So she ended up getting the 1, but she started having heart palpitations, I think, randomly from all the grease.
Yeah. Okay. So
she was
so
sitting there,
far
she was
I'm
like,
not seeing a whole lot. I'm still going with the down negative. All right.
I love it. If it almost kills you, I mean, that's what it's. Oh, and Saturday, there's a bunch of cool stuff going on. The UFC's got a card.
Who's on that one?
Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero, the great Cuban wrestler who does not use his wrestling in the UFC.
Chattanooga wrestles in there. So conference tournament this weekend.
This is also Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's conference weekend, basically.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they have any pre-seeds released out. Chattanooga should be rocking all that.
Let me get the.
Oh, you're gonna pull that up there on thing. So so our little Big Ten thing. All right. So basically it's conference weekend. Before we get into more of the conference
ACC conference, I think, is also.
ACC, Pac-12. Is Pac-12 this weekend too?
I would assume so.
All right. Before we get into the rest of the time, so shoes. So I finally got some shoes. Ordered some shoes. I told you which ones I got, right?
You said the Dave Schultz.
So I went with Sly Fox again. And I got
See, you just said the Dave Schultz. You didn't specify if they were
yes,
or...
or if I went like ASIC Classic.
I was about to ask, like, where did you find them?
I got those red ones that you were wanting to order. So
that hurt my feelings, man.
How funny would that have been?
Oh,
if I was like,
I should have done that with my tax return money, but I got some other things instead.
How funny would that have been? Like, hey, remember those shoes you showed me that you really liked? Yeah, I got them.
Here they are.
Yeah, I got them.
Those are I think those are like the best looking ASICs.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
So as you guys all know, we're junkie hounds. The both of us love shoes, love gear, love all it. So as I was looking, I was like, finally, I kind of made the decision. Like, I want another pair of shoes. Not a hard decision. I've always wanted another pair of shoes. We always continuously want more shoes, more gear. So just to build that collection up. So I was looking at it, and then I was like justifying like a freestyle Greco coming up, all that kind of stuff. Didn't really need much justifying on my part. Looked at Terra Grappler had the El Matador shoe that I tagged you in. Came out. Granted, it was a bit more expensive, but I was like, hey, look, there's some socks. There's a coupon for this much off. I was like, yeah, I can just buy that. Different. I love that liner sleeve that they have on their shoes.
Yeah, I think it looks cool.
Their thing is like perfect at first fit or love at first fit. I think it's love at first fit. And I'm not gonna lie, I like that liner, that sock liner thing that they have in their shoe. I mean, I don't even have to lace up the Terra Grappler Jokers that I have. Like I put them on and like I can do stuff in the garage, working out in there. I've gone to practice and wrestled in them without being laces tied because that sock fit really is an awesome thing. So I really, really like that. And that's why I almost ordered that was the one, because I kept looking at the Terra Grappler Predator.
Those were nice. The one time I was actually going to buy them, I think it was around Christmas.
Yeah.
I was going to buy them, and they had like sold out or something. And I was like, oh. And the only ones they had were the ones without the sock liner.
Yeah, the Predator Lights or something like that, which are still cool looking, but I was like, if I'm going to get them, I want the one with the sock. I want to get that one on there. Okay. We're just going to listen. So, I'm going to hear from him in a second. I'm done. But, so I really wanted the one with the liner, and I was like, okay, I went back and forth on those Predators. I really like the gray and teal ones, and they were hitting at like $140. Now, the El Matador was more expensive, but I bit the bullet, and I was like, gotta do it.
Yeah.
They had the release. It was like 9 o'clock. They were going to come out. They had like a pre-sale the day before for, I guess, anybody that's involved with pin cancer and already like members. Not members, but there are lots of people and or programs that support pin cancer through fundraisers, and they're like kind of like a pin cancer team, and they raise money and awareness, so they kind of like had first shot, which is great, okay? But apparently it was like 70% of that stock got sold the day before. I was like, daggone. So I'm like 8:59. I'm on there. I couldn't get it. It's not wanting to refresh and reload. Kind of like what Rudis' thing. Turns out they sell out in like, I don't know, whatever 30 seconds it is.
That's not shocking.
Yeah, so I was like, daggone. So one, I was really bummed that those were sold out, because I went ahead and, you set your mind on it, and I made the decision. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get those. And I was like, daggone it. So then I looked, and I thought about it. I almost went ahead and got the Predators, because I really like that sock line. But then, I'll be right back. I'm going to help this munchkin. And then, dramatic pause on the story.
Leaving us with a cliffhanger. Which that's also I probably should have went with shoes for my... for what I bought. But today, actually, I decided to buy something else instead of shoes. And I think it was a good deal. Fairly expensive, but I decided to buy me like 2 guitars. I bought me an acoustic and an electric, plus an amp and all that. And I was like, you know what, I feel like that's a good little purchase. So, I used to play and then been getting back into it. So, why not get me some guitars? I was just telling them what I decided to buy.
Oh, are you getting something, you said?
I already got something, but it's not shoes.
Oh, okay. Singlets?
Yes. Singlets.
That'd be awesome, dude.
No, so,
Yes. Do you need help with that? Yeah. Huh? Alright, I'll be up in a second. Let me tell this story. I'll be up. So, what'd you decide to get?
Oh, I decided, because I've been getting back into playing, so I decided to get 2 guitars.
Oh, did you decide
Yeah.
on the guitars? Awesome.
Yeah,
You got 2.
I got 2. So I found one. I was like, you know what, I could have one, and then I was like, well, I'd like to play some acoustic as well.
I was
So
kind of like joking. I was kind of the thing. Did you get electric and acoustic?
Yeah.
Huh? There you go.
So, like, for the people who can see, it's right here.
There you are. When did you post that?
Literally, like, an hour ago.
Okay.
Actually, no, 2 hours ago.
Okay. Well,
So it was funny. I placed the order today off Guitar Center, and I got it shipped to the store. And you know, I did it, and I was eating, and then I was upstairs. Well, I was doing something, and my phone goes off, and I look, and it's an email from Guitar Center. I'm like, oh god, they're about to tell me something went wrong with the order.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, your order's already here. I mean, not in that informal tone, but
It must not send to everybody. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It
No, it was on my story.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe when I was sending you a message, I might have clicked on it and it like
bad.
disappears after a little bit. Whichever. That kind of sucks. I would like to see.
Surprised you didn't see that.
Yeah, no, I would have said something
Weird.
about that. That's kind of cool. I mean, not cool but cool that you got the guitars. So.
Yeah, and so I was pretty excited. I've been setting up the amp today, and I was just kind of tuning them up before I got in here and playing just kind of a little bit, trying to knock some rust off. And luckily, I had some like metal lines. It looked like bruising, like right on my fingertips from doing some playing. But I decided to do that instead of the shoes, and I don't know. I think in the long run, that's probably going to be the more viable option for me, just because it's something I enjoyed doing.
Yeah. No.
So,
but yeah, so I'm with shoes. So after looking at the stuff with Terra Grappler, and I was like, you know what? Their stuff maybe it was a sign not to get the Terra Grappler right now. So I went back to Rudis. Rudis was $10 cheaper versus the Predator, and I was like, you know what? I already have the first Rudis Dave Schultz. Let me go and get the second release of them.
Stay loyal.
Kind of staying loyal to that. I got the black ones last time. I got the gray ones this time.
Oh, the gray ones are nice.
Yeah, I know. So I got those. So I got the confirmation that they shipped today. Really looking forward to busting those out. And also this way that makes it. I got these freestyles, so that means like I'm still good to buy new shoes next season.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
that's how it goes.
So that's kind of what I was getting out there. Yeah. So new shoes next season. I'm ready to get ready to rock
This
those
is a
out.
water bottle, by the way. I didn't want anyone thinking this was like a Bud Light Platinum or anything.
Oh,
because you know they have those metal bottles.
They do have like different things for all that stuff now. Yeah.
No, I just
but
wanted
yeah,
to
so I
clarify
was like, dude, went ahead and pulled the trigger on those. Got those shoes coming in. Looking forward to giving those a run for a freestyle Greco season.
Oh, yeah.
And just going at it that way. All right.
Make sure you put me on the email list for that stuff.
Yes, I'll let
last
you know.
Last year I didn't get the email or anything.
Yeah, I'll get you. All right, let me do one last check on him before we get to look at this bracket here. I was thinking, so if we have time, ACC, see what they're at.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull up their stuff.
All right.
Let's pull up the ACC wrestling tournament seed. Not 2022. Okay.
I mean, the most important conference. One of the Southern conferences got their pre-seeds out.
I'm trying to see if I can find seeding announced for ACC Wrestling Championship.
There we go. Woohoo.
There we go.
But yeah, all right. So we'll go ahead and start with Big Tens. In a minute, I'm going to look up Southern Conference seeding. Because that's
This
awesome.
is a hold up. These are 14-man brackets. These just look like they're only 6-man brackets.
Well, see, that's the other thing. I was going to.
I guess because of the allocation.
Well, they don't allocate. Well, not just allocations, but number of teams in the ACC that have wrestling.
Oh yeah, that's
So if you go through it, like you got to see. All right, Duke,
North Carolina State, Pitt,
Virginia, and Virginia Tech.
Virginia.
How many? So 6.
Yeah.
So it was kind of crazy that there's not 6 people at 125. Who does not have a person at 125? I'm about to blast somebody real quick.
Clemson does not.
Okay, other than don't make me get on to Clemson for anything right now until they get a program. Virginia, NC State, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Pitt. Who's missing out of that? Duke. How does Duke
Not have a 125.
Not have a 125. You're telling me there's not one tiny kid that's smart that can wrestle that can go to your school? The Fine Silvers, didn't they go there?
Yeah, all 17 and a
like,
half.
isn't there like a small one of you somewhere that could have wrestled for Duke? Like, jeez. Okay, before I go off anymore, that is one thing. College wrestling. There's no excuse to ever forfeit in a duel because you're paid to fill out the slots and put out a team. At a conference tournament, you're telling me you didn't have a single person on your team that could have made weight for 125? You mean you're telling me that there wasn't more than one 125-pounder in your room, even if the one 125-pounder got hurt? Unless you have some sort of like coronavirus plague going through your only 125-pounders, you should have somebody at 125. If you have 6 teams in the conference, you should be filling that out every single time.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I agree. Sorry, I'm looking something up on the phone.
I mean, like, look, I know when Chattanooga small conference. I mean, putting out somebody for every weight.
Yes.
Like, how at that level are you not putting somebody out at your weight?
That just means you didn't recruit somebody there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, are you only recruited one person and they got hurt?
You know, I mean, like, that's absurd. Like, that's, like, lack of caring. That's, like, lack of so many things that I know wrestling is not, and those coaches are not. It boggles my mind that there was not somebody there. All right. And come to think of it, like, hold on. I got to look up Southern Conference Wrestling because I am so curious right now.
So that petition that we signed for the Clemson thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how many they said they needed, right?
10,000.
You know what number they're at now?
7,000.
20,000.
Okay, so I mean, it just should show. I don't know if they'll do it, but
yeah, my brother was being a pessimist about it. I'm like,
he just didn't want to sign it. The lazy bum.
I'm like, come on, like,
just sign it.
Even if they said they're not going to do it, it doesn't hurt.
I know we've gone through. I've sent you the letter to sign before,
yes,
and like scan and send back to me, and I've turned it in. I filled it in. All right, dude. Check this. The ACC had 6 teams.
Yep.
With wrestling. Southern Conference, a very much smaller conference, has Campbell, App State, Chattanooga, Gardner-Webb, VMI, the Citadel, Davidson, and they added Presbyterian College. I was a small conference like Southern Conference going to outdo the ACC with number of teams. ACC needs to get on the ball.
No, they do.
I mean, that's kind of like, you know, a little bit.
But I will say this: look at the teams in the ACC, the ones that do have a wrestling team.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad.
No, they're not bad.
They're really not.
That's
North
getting
Carolina,
to the point even
Virginia
more
Tech.
so that they should have more teams.
Yeah.
If Clemson comes in, it's not like they're gonna be like, well, it's not very competitive. We're a school. You know, it's not like
we're the second biggest wrestling conference.
It's not like an athletic director or coaches have a reason to not like. It's not like they're in the Southern Conference, but like, you know, our Southern Conference, they get more times than not the one SoCon champ, and sometimes, depending on the year, I've seen up to 3 allocations at a weight. I don't think I've ever seen 4 allocations at a weight, but I've seen up to like 3 allocations at a weight. This year we get like 14. There's like a couple with 2 allocations.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad, but it's not great. You're not like arguing that. You're not like, well, it's not that big of a deal. No, you're in with premier competition. You jump right in. You've got great wrestling all around you. You've got tournaments like the Southern Scuffle that's close by, even though Chattanooga Southern Conference that they hosted. But like, you have a regional tournament that would be one of the top tournaments in the country without having to travel up to Chicago or out to Vegas when it's not NCAA time. There's so many reasons why they should have more teams in the ACC. Clemson should definitely be one of those teams, but for whatever reason, there is not. And it baffles my mind and bothers me.
Well, I would say Clemson's probably, or not Clemson.
I mean,
the ACC is probably
the Southern
the second.
Conference will have a bigger tournament than the ACC will for qualifiers.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have that many people, but as far as like talent goes, we're probably the second best or third best wrestling conference. I mean, granted, there's not like a whole heap of them or something, but I mean, still, like, there's enough. And we're a big enough conference, or we have big enough teams in the conference to have a wrestling team. Like, just imagine if you had, let's just say Miami, because that's a pretty desirable university to want to go to for people. Just imagine if somewhere like Miami had a wrestling team, and the events you could do, like wrestling on the beach or something, or battle outdoors because it would be warmer and stuff like that. The amount of events they can do from, you know, schools like Miami, Florida State, you know, or Clemson, or you know, who else do we have? Syracuse. I can't remember if they have a wrestling team or not.
No,
I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
Let's see. Yeah. I mean,
Because if it did, the Orangemen would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would be. It would just make sense to me, at least, that why not have a wrestling team in such a big conference, a big name conference.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the SEC. The SEC is just slacking altogether. I don't even think. Look at their conference. They don't have anybody.
No, they don't.
Which is absurd. Like, because in football, Missouri's in the SEC,
but they wrestle in the.
It's like the MAC, yeah,
something.
Because there's no one in the SEC who has a wrestling team.
Yeah.
I mean, why not have give someone like Alabama, Ole Miss, South Carolina, give schools like that a wrestling team. To me it just makes logical sense. But I mean, I know there's money that goes into it, and there's everything that goes into it as far as finances from athletic departments and having to be in compliance with Title IX. I understand that, but
I don't.
You mean to tell me Alabama doesn't have the money from their athletic department to start a wrestling team?
Dude, it'd be great.
Same with Clemson. You mean to tell me in the past 10 years Clemson has not earned enough money to where we can be all right, yeah, let's bring the team back. Even if you have to bring another program, which we just brought in softball, so why not? Be hey, we us guys get a sport now too.
Yeah.
Or females wrestling.
I can't find the preseeds for the Southern Conference, but they got the team standings. Yeah. But all right, enough on putting out the I don't even know how to say it nicely, the stupidity of anybody who does not have a wrestling program, the stupidity of schools that are not willing to invest in it, the stupidity of conferences not saying, look, we are a premier conference, we can do this. The stupidity of just not having wrestling, period, just makes me upset. And I'm going to stop saying stupid because I'm going to start saying other things about these people who don't have. So, all right. But, on to, all right, love them or hate them, best wrestling conference, probably Big Tens.
Hands down, without a doubt.
I mean, yeah, I guess you have to, because I was going to say, ACC has a legit fight in there, but with only having 6 teams and some of them not even having full brackets, making me mad. You still have that link up too. We can look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So Big Ten 125. Anything surprising there on their preseeds? Spencer Lee at number 1.
Not shocking at all.
Yeah. I was laughing at Ben Askren's thing. They were talking about person with best wrestler with the worst gas tank. They're Spencer Lee, and he was dude, Spencer Lee is awesome. He should be able to have the worst gas tank in the world and be guess what? I'm so dominant on top and so dominant in the first 2 minutes, I can have the worst gas tank and then see who can stop me. I was good God, that's hilarious and funny and can be so true if he wanted it to be.
So beside these brackets, I'm going to ask you, do you want to do top who are going to be in the finals?
Yeah, we can look at finals, and then we can also say...
We can just, write...
Yeah, once we get the paper, and we can just say, if there's anything kind of outstanding that sticks out to you.
Yeah, nothing really sticks out to me too much in 125. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Look, there's 14... Oh, wait, no, there's no entry from one school. 174 from Indiana doesn't have an entry. That's an odd one. Again, you should be able to have somebody there. All right,
they do have somebody there.
It says no entry.
I wonder if there's an injury or something.
That's got to be a big injury to have, or I guess, nobody's red shirt's pulled or something. All right, no, I'm pretty good with this bracket the seedings on this one. I don't think that there's anybody that should be number 2, opposite side of Lee. It's not like we still have Riviera down at that weight or anything else like that. So, I think Spencer Lee wins it.
Yep.
I think, I think he wrestles Suriano in the finals again. And no, I mean, he wrestles Fix, but no, I'm just kidding. No, I think McKee is interesting, but he's on the same side. He's at number 3. He's going to be on the same side of the bracket as Lee.
Yep.
So, if anything, I would have thought, maybe a McKee, Spencer Lee final, but... Schroeder if he gets the number 2 seed, I don't see anything off the top of my head that's going to be surprisingly say, he's going to get knocked out. Aguilera from Rutgers, at the number 8 is going to be on which side of the bracket? He's going to be on the same side of the bracket as Lee, too. So, no, I don't see him making that surprise thing to end up opposite of Lee in the finals. So, yeah, Schroeder, Lee in the finals.
Yeah,
there.
that's exactly. Lee and Schroeder, I've got Lee winning.
Like I said, Lee is also just so dominant. Now, the 133 bracket, not to gloss over.
I started writing my stuff down, and then I erased it because I'm not sure.
It's just kind of like looking at who falls where. So, obviously, they got, so far for the pre-seeds, they've got Seth Gross 1, Roman Bravo Young 2, so they're opposite sides. But here's where it gets interesting. Number 3 seed is DeSanto, so he'll be on the same side as Roman Bravo Young. And
Sebastian Rivera. Number 5.
Where's number 5 at? Which side of the bracket is that on?
That's on.
That's on the
side.
top.
Yeah.
That's on the top side. So
he's gonna run into Gross in the quarters.
5. Yeah. Quarters there, and then who? Lovett's good. Alvarez from Rutgers at number 7 he's on the bottom side. Dude, this bracket is just going to be so much fun to watch if this holds out the way it is. The way you look at this, would you have gone... I mean, I guess by keeping Riviera at number 5, he's on the bottom side. No, he's on the top side.
Yeah, he's on the top.
He's on the top side.
DeSanto's on the bottom.
But they didn't drop an 8-9. DeSanto's on the bottom. Like, I'm curious as to, like, number 7... Where is he? Number 7. When will he see? Number 2.
He would see RBY in the second round.
Dude. Alright. I think he could beat RBY.
You think he can beat RBY?
I do! Like, have you not watched this cat wrestle? I think he's good. Like, I mean, I like him. I don't know. Just watching him wrestle, I like him to beat RBY. So I don't have RBY making the finals. All right, but let's see. So if he beats RBY, and then we get number 3 DeSanto, I think DeSanto beats Alvarez to make it there, and Seth Gross on the top side. Who's he gonna get challenged by? Oh God, it's Seth Gross and Riviera on the top side.
Yes.
So Seth Gross, Riviera
on
the top side.
This is going to be a stacked bracket. This is going to be the one that I'm most excited for, actually.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say I got Gross, DeSanto, and...
Wow, he's copying my paper.
And Gross winning?
No, I've got DeSanto winning.
Okay. Gross, DeSanto, Gross winning.
I wanted to go Gross, but at the same time, I don't know.
So do you have DeSanto with wrestling RBY again? Then you think? It's
yeah, I would say so.
But still, that bracket's gonna be so much fun to watch.
I'm not doubting that Alvarez and RBY will be a good match, but I still think RBY is gonna win that one. I think he's just a little too funky as far as like his style. And yeah. So that's gonna be fun. That one's gonna be a fun one. Oh, now we gotta look for 141.
Okay, we got Lee, Pletcher, Murin, and Red. And Tristan Moran sitting at number 5, being a wild card too in that group.
That's a good spot for him.
Yeah, and, you got the other McKee at number 6.
Mitch McKee.
Gosh, yeah. Who else makes any of this fun?
Let's see. So you got F5. He's gonna.
Aragona is at 11.
You're gonna have Chad Red and Tristan Moran from
Yeah,
sorry about my mistake.
Second round.
You're gonna have them in the second round. That's gonna
be fireworks.
Battle.
Okay.
Then you'll have 3 and 6, which will be Murin from Iowa versus Mitch McKee.
Yeah, that'll be good. I still got Murin on that one. I want to see number 11. Where's he at? 11 and 6. Wait, hold on. Who is he? Mitch McKee and Aragona is going to be fireworks just to start the first round right there. Dude, like...
This is a nice
Pletcher in 15. Pletcher, who's he wrestling? No, Pletcher the first round bye. So Pletcher will wrestle 7 or 10. Dylan Duncan or McKenna. I think he's pretty. I think Pletcher looks to be like the best route so far.
Yeah.
Because Lee's gonna run into what, Chad Red or, jeez, 4 or 5. Chad Red or Moran coming up over there. Dude. Alright, so I got Pletcher making the finals. I got Pletcher winning against...
Depending on who you say, it's going to affect my decision.
Chad Red.
You're going Chad Red?
I'm going Chad Red.
You're going Chad Red? Okay.
Yep. Pletcher beats Chad Red in the finals.
I'll play safe. I'll go Lee. Lee versus Pletcher. Pletcher wins.
Fun bracket to watch. Alright. 149, Sasso, Lugo, Brayton Lee, Storr, Rooks, Martin, Parrington, Verclaren. I'll be fun for a little bit there. I got Lugo making the finals. The kicker will be this 4 and 13. Let's see. 4 and 13 is good there. So 4 and 5. Rooks. Storr versus Sasso. I think
Sasso wins that one.
Yeah, so Sasso versus Lugo. And what happens? Does Lugo avenge his loss to Sasso? Continue his hot streak that he has been on this season? Yes.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Although it will be a good match. It'll be a really good match. Sasso, Lugo.
Yeah.
Well, I think we both have that one.
Both have Lugo. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, 57. Minus Hayden Hidley. Deacon is, and Hidley is in ACC. I know that. But Ryan Deacon, I think, is kind of like, I don't want to say heads and shoulders above everybody else. Caleb Young.
Yeah, I was gonna say Caleb Young's no slouch.
Is no slouch, but it doesn't. I don't think I've seen a highlight or a match where anybody has. I mean, Ryan Deacon is, been pretty solid all year long. I don't see him doing anything to change up. So I think Ryan Deacon, regardless of who's on his side, one from Michigan, Van Brill. Where's Van Brill?
He's 8. No, 9 seed. So he's gonna be.
So he'll get Van Brill second round. I think he does his business there. I mean, Van Brill's pretty good though. But Pfeiffer is 13. He's not that impressive. I mean, amongst them.
Yeah.
All right, I got Deacon.
Caleb Young. Deacon wins.
Yeah. Another fun one coming up. 165. So we got Vincenzo is number 1. Marinelli's number 2. This is what we were talking about earlier, was where do Wick and White sit? And who else? Is there anybody else in this group that you're remotely interested in seeing wrestle? Yes, Buggy.
We're done recording.
We'll be done in a little bit, okay? Just a couple minutes. You can behave, okay? Alright.
Let's see.
Besides that top 4.
Daddy,
Outside. Okay. You can join us.
Other than the,
What did I say about doing that? Right. Other than that group there, what do you? I mean,
there's not really anyone who's like standing out to me that I feel is going to be a threat.
Yeah.
But I will say,
all right. Evan Wick is 3, so he's going to be on the bottom side, which means another, I think, Wick Marinelli battle, and Marinelli has proven that he out wrestles Wick. I think like each time, so I think Marinelli goes there. The kicker will be Isaiah White from Nebraska.
he beats Chenzo.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. He's got White versus Chenzo.
I'm sorry. I'm such a Chenzo hater. I really am.
I know.
I can't. Oh.
Now my question is here. I've got Chenzo and Marinelli in the finals.
Well, I'm gonna do this just to mix it up then.
Yeah.
We've been practically.
I know.
Same.
But my thought is like, does Chenzo finally win a Big Ten tournament? Or will he go down as never having won Big Tens? I am going to go with, and it's a completely 100% illogical reasoning for it. I'm going to say Chenzo wins Big Tens, finally gets that under his belt, but I'm going to pick Marinelli over him at NCAAs. Like, Marinelli will then turn, like, it's kind of like tit for tat, like, type thing.
Yeah. Well, they have some good matchups.
Oh, they really do.
Although usually Marinelli's the one pushing the pace.
Yeah, no, he super was that last match. I mean,
last match
he was minus the getting caught in that inside trip on that wrong side there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he controlled that whole entire match. And
yeah, I mean, he got caught in that, but he was still very
fought off of it. But like I thought,
he was very cautious of it the entire match.
Yeah, but I think that was his match. I think it's another close one like that. He ekes one out, and then I think that's the last time he beats Marinelli.
I'm saying Isaiah White beats him.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Isaiah White. It's not like I have any reason other than I'm just not that sold on Chenzo.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets it done, but I'm just not that sold on him.
Yeah.
So, 74.
All right, 74. I'm going to yell at
Hall.
Indiana for not having an entry.
Cameron Hall.
Wait, I know, but hold on. So that puts the number 14. There's nobody there, so an easier path for number 3, which is Dylan Lady. Okay. Where's Labriel at 5?
He'll be on the top half.
He'll be on the top half. Labriel is pretty tough, but being on the top half, yeah, it's gonna be Kemmer Hall. And before, how we were all like Hall until we see otherwise. Like after that performance, I'm like Kemmer until I see otherwise.
I'm going to mix it up just to be different. I'm going to say Hall. I think Hall
redeems himself?
Yeah, I think he's going to redeem himself.
Okay.
Although Kimmer straight bodied him that last
That's what
match.
I'm saying. Until I see otherwise, I got to go with the... I'm 100% say
what
I
I'm going to say is maybe Hall had an off night, which is very realistic. We've seen people have off nights before.
Yeah.
We've seen Kyle Snyder have off nights when he wrestled Adam Coon. So
it's happened.
It's there. We when Bo Nickel almost lost to Dominic Abinator. Throwing that one back out there.
Awesome.
Here we go. So 84.
Aaron Brooks, Caffey. They can go with Abasad, Taylor Benz, Rocky Jordan. And speaking of Rocky Jordan, like how many Jordan brothers and cousins are there as well? They're like the fine silvers for Duke. Like all the Jordans, like by birth, like are automatically enrolled at Ohio State.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So I want to see where's Taylor Benz. He's number 4, so he's going to be on the same side as Aaron Brooks.
You think Aaron Brooks or you think Ava Sod? Because they're going to be on the same side of the bracket. No, they're not.
No, Ava Sod's going to be on the same side of the bracket.
He's going to be on the same side of the bracket with Vins from Nebraska. That's what I was looking at.
Wait, hold on. Number 4 is going to be on the top half with Aaron Brooks, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we have Ava Sod. Cameron Caffey. Is that the dude with the big afro who's been like killing people? All right, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, he's fun. And it'll be Abasal will be on the bottom side with him.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Nope. I'm gonna go Assad. There's just something about that Iowa style. I think he's gonna defeat Caffey.
Interesting. All right, I'm gonna go Caffey versus Venz, and Venz winning it all. I gotta throw Nebraska with a Big Ten champ out on this one.
I'm gonna throw Brooks in there. I'll say Brooks versus Assad. Brooks wins.
Yeah, this one we're completely off on. This should be fun to watch just to see where we end up at on that. So, all right.
I wanted to make one at least way different.
Yeah, well, that's where I kind of got my Benz at number 4 from Nebraska winning one, which is not a far shot for Nebraska.
I was gonna pick if you picked Brooks, I was gonna pick Vins.
There you go.
We got.
All right, stop. No pressing. All right, Colin Moore. Is anybody beating Colin Moore?
No.
Like, is he just? He finally got it together. Sugar Rashid finally do anything? No. All right. So really, to me, Colin Moore is gonna win. Is gonna win this, but it's a matter of who comes in to wrestle him. Like Schultz from Nebraska, Brunner from Purdue. Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess just I don't see any reason why not to go Schultz and Moore on this one with Colin Moore.
Yeah, I'm going Colin Moore versus Warner from Iowa.
I just looked at 285.
Yep, and I've already made my pick, and it's completely biased. I'm going to go ahead and say
Well, I know you have Mason Paris winning it all.
I do. I've got Paris versus Gable. Paris wins.
Do you? Where's the top? Oh, 3 is... Oh, Cassiope is seed, like...
Cassiope versus Gable is going to be a battle.
Yes, it will be. And that's what I wanted for the finals. Like, if Gable was 1 and Paris was 2...
Again, this
is precedes. Then I was going to take Cassiope versus Gable. So instead, it looks like we see that in the semis. With Gable and Cassiope. And then we see, I think, Paris versus Hilger. And I'm going to screw you up here. And I'm going to go Hilger versus Stevenson. And Stevenson winning it.
He's trying to dig under my skin.
Just a little bit.
He's trying. It's not working. I'm too... Skin's too thick for that today.
Notice that's his only Michigan pick the entire episode.
Who else do we have that's halfway decent for our team this year?
Everybody with an Olympic red shirt for another country.
I mean, who's currently wrestling this year for our team?
No, but your entire roster's all overseas.
Yeah, that's why we're
your entire roster is all at Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Next year, though.
But wrestling for every other flag.
Next year, we're coming back to the top 5.
So next year, when this happens, I'm going to say that none of them can be All-Americans if they redshirted for another country for the Olympics.
They would be all whatever country they come from. They would be that country's...
All right, we're gonna put that debate, that argument, episode, whatever you want to call this, on a shelf because we're gonna get back to that because I completely want to not call them All-Americans. And you know who's gonna agree with me?
Nobody.
Thomas Gilman, huh?
Yeah. He says we should.
They should be tried for treason.
They should try for treason.
That's why he's gonna agree with me and say that they should not be called All-Americans when they reach that part of the podium stance. And I 100% agree.
I wonder what Gilman would think. Like, if he got to meet them face to face. Like, Gilman's a weird cat.
Hey, Gilman, you want to be on the show when we talk about that? Because we know you're listening, right? Like, Thomas.
Oh, God.
Dude, what would you do if we got Thomas Gilman?
What was it, that interview? Oh, I would be scared. Like, I would be like...
That he'd come through the screen at you?
No,
for
if
being
he was
a Michigan,
like beside us, I'd just
for
be
being
like,
a Michigan fan with all those non-All-Americans?
I feel he's a loose cannon.
For all those See, but I'd wear my Brandon Sorensen bandana and then talk about how they're not All-Americans because they didn't wrestle for America. And I think, like, 100% he'd be cool with me.
Oh, he would. He would.
And take you out just on principle.
Thomas Gilman's a nut, man.
So I have not said anything about you being a nut, my man. We should be on the show.
You mean to tell me?
We can go try Tyler for treason just for calling you a nut for being the great All-American that you are. Okay?
Oh, he's a great All-American. There's no doubt. But you
about him going up to...
You mean to tell me that this cat there's something... He's got to either be playing a gimmick or he's genuinely just a little bit crazy.
No, not at all.
Like the thing about when he was doing the interview and he was like, he wouldn't turn his back to the people wrestling because they're always trying to take him out. I'm like, that sounds like the words of a paranoid schizophrenic.
No, I think the man is a genius. And I'm going to continue to say nothing but good things about him on air until just to get him on. There we go, on the show. That's it. All right, I'm going to have to go on a campaign to find a way to get Thomas Gilman on Cerebrus Wrestling Podcast because he now has an Instagram. So I'm going to start to blow it up.
Oh.
And, yes, going to blow it up, and we can blow him up later. And then you can sit in this chair. So...
We'll put the Dake picture back down here.
Yeah, the Dake picture back down. And our co-host is back to Kyle Dake in his pictures.
We'll have to do like you have to do a seance to bring me back.
What happened? Thomas Gilman.
Thomas Gilman, man.
Thomas Gilman took out Coach Tyler for calling him a nut. All right. On that note, we gotta end it. We'll we'll yell at ACCs and all that a little bit later on as we do some more stuff, and then have our aftermath episode next week.
Yes, next Tuesday.
Yep, we got it. So we'll make plans for it. All right, guys. We'll holler at you. That was fun.
Bye bye.